Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Dear students, welcome you all in Pakistan International School Taif Virtual Learning System. Today is our 23rd video lecture for grade 7 students, boys and girls. I am Mrs. Rosia Imran, your mathematics teacher. Chapter number 9, we already started in our previous video lecture. 9.1 we already done. Today we will do 9.2 and we will start chapter number 10. In exercise 9.2 we have first five question included in scheme of studies. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 included in scheme of studies in your syllabus. Question number 1 is Hussain bought 10 ice creams. He gave ₹1,000 to the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper returned him ₹250. For how much did he buy one ice cream? Here you have given that he bought how many ice creams? 10 ice creams. And he gave ₹1,000 to the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper returned $250. So when we subtract from 1,000 minus 250, we will get the price of 10 ice creams. Now to find the price of one ice cream, total price of 10 ice cream divided by 10. So we will get the price of one ice cream. Look at this. Total amount for 10 ice cream. He gave how many rupees to the shopkeeper? 1,000 rupees. And shopkeeper returned 250. So minus 250 rupees. So we get 750 rupees. So means that the 10 ice cream price is 750 rupees. Now we are going to find, the question is that how much did he buy one ice cream? So we are going to find the price of one ice cream. So remember one thing, when you have to find the price of one thing, so the total price divided by the total number of items, so you will get the price of one item. So amount for one ice cream, total price of 10 ice cream 750, number of ice creams 10 divided by 10. So 750 divided by 10, 0 cancel with 0. So we get 75 rupees. So means that one ice cream price is 75 rupees. Now come to the next question. Question number 3. Question number 2, you will do it by yourself. Question number 2 is the length of a rectangle is 2 centimeter, more than twice its breadth. If the parameter of the rectangle is 28 centimeter, find its length and breadth. You have to apply the parameter formula of the rectangle. You know that parameter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. By this you have to solve it. You have given length of a rectangle 2 centimeter, more than twice its breadth. So let's suppose breadth is x and 2 centimeter more than twice of its breadth. So its length will be 2x plus 2. Now you solve this, so you will get the value of x, and when you will get the value of x, from this you have to find the length and breadth. Now come to the third question. Third question is the price of a pen is ₹42 and of a notebook is ₹18. Means that price of a pen is 42 rupees, notebook is ₹18. Calculate how many pens and notebooks you can buy for ₹480. If you want to buy an equal quantity of both, means that if the number of pens and number of notebooks you buy equal, so the total price is 480. You have to find the price of one pen and price of pens and price of notebooks. So let the number of pen, we suppose that it is x. And the number of notebooks is also x. So total amount is 480 for both. So according to given condition, 42 pen you have. 42 rupees of pen. So 42x and 18 rupees for notebook. So plus 18x is equal to 480. Now 42 plus 18, we will get 60x. 60 multiply here, shifted at other side. So divide. So 0 cancel with 0 and 6. 8 za 48. So value of x is 8. So thus the number of notebooks is 8 and the number of pens are also 8, because they say that they buy equal number of pens and notebooks. You have to find the number of books and number of pens. So 8 books and 8 notebooks they buy. Come to the next question. Question number 5. Question number 4, you do it by yourself. 2 and 4, you do it by yourself. So question number 5 is, distributing an amount of rupees 200 between Rehan and Usman, such that Rehan gets rupees 50 more than twice as much as Usman gets. They are saying that total rupees are 200. And you have to distribute these 200 rupees in Usman and Rehan, such that Rehan gets rupees 50 more than the twice as much as Usman gets. Means that Rehan get 50 more than Usman. So let's suppose the amount Usman gets, that is X. So according to given condition, Rahim. According to given condition, Rahim gets 2x plus 50. Why? Because the condition is that Rahim gets 50 more. 50 more means you are adding plus 50. Then twice. Twice means 2 times of Usman. So 2x plus 50. So total amount is 200 rupees. So according to given condition, X, Usman amount plus Rahim amounts, 2x plus 50 is equal to rupees 200. Now you add them. 2x plus x, 3x plus 50 equal to 200 rupees. 50 is added here, shifted at other side. It will be subtracted. So 200 minus 50. So you will get 150, and 3 multiply with x, shifted at other side. So 150 divided by 3. So 3 5s are 15. So x is equal to 50 rupees. So means that Usman gets rupees 50 and Rahim gets 2 rupees x value 50 plus 50. So 2 into 50, 100. 100 plus 50, 150 rupees. So this is the last question of exercise 9.2, and review exercise question number 1 are the question answer definitions. You will get it from the introduction, and before exercise these definitions are given. Fill in the blanks, or in the answer section these definitions are given. Fill in the blanks, and question number 3, choose the best answer. This you will do it on your book. Now come to the next chapter. Next chapter is chapter number 10. So exercise 10.1, this is the algebraic geometry exercise. You have not to draw it, just you have to prove something. So before starting exercise 10.1, I'll discuss something with you. In your book, on page number 125, on your book on page number 125, you highlight in your book, adjacent angles are given. So you have to memorize that what are adjacent angles. The definition of adjacent angles are given. Two angles are said to be adjacent if they have the same vertex. Means that the vertex is this. So you can say that D and C are adjacent angles because their vertex is same. The corner point from where the angle start, that is same. And they have one common arm, means that one arm is common. If you see that D and angle C having this one arm common. Other arm of two angles extend on opposite side. Two other arms, this one, the C other arm and the D other arm extended on opposite sides. So you have to memorize this definition that what are adjacent angles? They have the same vertex, they have one common arm, other arms of two angles extend on opposite side of the common arm. And then after that, on the same page, page number 125, complementary angles. If you add two angles and their sum is equal to 90°, then it is called complementary angle. It's given in your book, the definition, so you have to memorize it or highlight it there. And on page number 126, supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are those angles which sum is 180°. For example, if you add two angles and their sum is 180°, that is called supplementary angles. 120 plus 60, you have 180, so that is supplementary angles. On the same page, on page number 126, you have vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles, a pair of angles is said to be vertically opposite if the angles are formed from two intersecting lines and the angles are non-adjacent. Such angles are always equal in measurement. For example, if you check this D and A, this is A, this one, they are vertically opposite because they are not adjacent. They are not adjacent and one line intersect them. Look, this one line. So A and D, you said that they are vertically opposite, and vertical opposite angles are always equal. So you have to memorize these definition. When you memorize these definition, then you will be able to solve the exercise. And in junior classes, you already studied the sum of the interior angle of a triangle is equal to 180°. Means if you have a triangle, so the internal angle A, angle B, angle C will be their sum will be equal to 180°. Now come to the exercise. Name all the angles in figure which are adjacent. Adjacent angles definition we study that they having one common arm and their vertex is at same point. So you can see easily that angle A and angle B, if you check this angle A and B, they having the common vertex and one common arm. This is the common arm. So AB are adjacent, then BC are adjacent because BC having one common arm and vertex is at same point. Then CD is adjacent because CD having one common arm and their vertex is at same point. D and E are adjacent. The definition satisfy. E and A are adjacent. Only you have to write that which one angles are adjacent. AB, BC, because they having one common arm. If you read the definition, you can easily understand. The definition is given on page number 125. CD is adjacent, DE is adjacent, and EA are adjacent. Now come to question number 2. In question number 2, you have given in the following figure angle AOB, this one, angle AOB, this is equal to 20°. Angle BOC, BO and C, they are adjacent because OB is common arm in both angles. Measure angle AOB, this one angle is 20°. AOC, this complete angle, the big one angle, AOC is 42 degree. You have to find BOC. Very easy. You know that AOC is given. AOC is equal to AOB plus BOC. So you put their values and find the angle. How? Meyer angle AOC, this complete, this big angle AOC. It is the sum of two angles. Which one? AOB plus BOC. Now you have to put the value. AOC is given 42 degree, you put 42 degree. AOB is given 20 degree, you have to put 20 degree. And what you are going to find, you are going to find Meyer angle BOC. Here 20 is positive. When shifted at other side, it will be negative. So 42 minus 20, you get 22 degree. So means that you already find it BOC is equal to 22 degree. Now come to the next question. Question number 3. Identify the pair of complementary and supplementary angles. Very easy. How you can identify? You add them. If their sum is 90 degree, then it will be complementary angle. If their sum is 180 degree, then it will be supplementary angles. Look, 50 plus 40. When you add them, it is equal to 90 degree. So means that one is complementary angle. Next, 120 plus 60. When you add them, you get 180. So second is supplementary angle. Look at the third. Third is 70 plus 70. So 140. It's neither complementary nor supplementary. Okay. It's not neither complementary because its sum is not equal to 90 degree. Its sum is not equal to 180 degree. So it's neither complementary nor supplementary. Next, the fourth part, 130 plus 50, you add them. So you get 180 degree. 180 degrees, so means that second and fourth are supplementary angles. Look at the fifth part, 70 plus 20, you get 90 when you add them. So 1 and 5 are complementary angles. 50 and 100, 150, it's neither complementary nor supplementary. Very easy. Now come to question number 4. In the given figure, find all the remaining angles. Some angles are given. You have to find the remaining. Meyer angle 1, you have to find. Meyer angle 2, you have to find. This is given 60 degree. This Meyer angle 3, you have to find. And this is given 30 degree. Now students, if you check this straight line, you know that it's 180 degree. Is it? Straight line is 180 degree. So if you add these three angles, automatically you will get Meyer angle 3. How? Or this 30 and Meyer angle 2 are vertically opposite angles. So Meyer angle 2 will be equal to 30 degree because the vertical opposite angles are equal to each other. So Meyer angle 2 is equal to 30 degree. Reason is vertically opposite angle. And you know, this 1 and 2, it make half circle. So half circle is equal to 180 degree. So Meyer angle 2 plus Meyer angle 1 is equal to 180 degree. Linear pair angles, you can check it. 1 and 2, there they make a half circle and half circle is 180 degree. So Meyer angle 2 value, we already find it, that is 30 degree. 30 is positive here, shifted at other side negative. So 180 minus 30, so Meyer angle 1 is 150 degree. Now Meyer angle 1, you can do it in Meyer angle 3, you can find it by adding 30 plus 3 plus 60 equal to 180. Then 30 and 60 you shift it at other side and find Meyer angle 3. Or you can do it Meyer angle 3 plus 60 degree. This make, their sum make is equal to vertically opposite to Meyer angle 1. Meyer angle 3 plus 60 is equal to Meyer angle 1, vertical opposite. 60 is positive here. Meyer angle 1, we already find it 150. 60 positive here, shifted at other side, minus 60. So Meyer angle 3 is of 90 degree. Or you can find Meyer angle 3 in the other way by adding 60 plus 3 plus 30. It make a half circle equal to 180 degree. Then you shift 30 on other side, 60 on other side. It will be subtract from 180 both, minus 30, minus 60. So you will get Meyer angle 3. So in both way you can solve it. Now come to the next question. Question number 5. It having two parts. One part I'll solve and the other part you will do. Look, this 65 and the internal side of the triangle, this Meyer angle C, both will be equal. Why? Because it's present, it's vertically opposite. 65 and this Meyer angle C inside the triangle, that are vertically opposite. So if this is 65, so Meyer angle C will also 65. And you know, sum of the interior angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. So 55 plus 65 plus B will be equal to 180 degrees. In triangle ABC, Meyer angle C is equal to 65 degree. Reason is vertical opposite angles. Now Meyer angle A plus Meyer angle B plus Meyer angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of the interior angle of a triangle is 180 degree. You have to memorize this. And you already done this in previous class, in class 6. So put the value of Meyer angle A, that is 55 degree. Meyer angle B as it is, plus Meyer angle C is 65 degree. Now 55 plus 65, you get 120. So 120 is positive here, shifted at other side, subtracted 180 minus 120. So Meyer angle B 60. So the all unknown angle we find, C is 65 and B is 60. You have to find the other one by yourself. How? Look, Meyer angle D, you can find it. When you complete this half circle, 150 plus Meyer angle D is equal to 180 degree. Then Meyer angle D will be 180 minus 150. So automatically you will get Meyer angle D. Then Meyer angle D plus Meyer angle E plus Meyer angle F is equal to 180. You put the value and find it. Come to question number 6. Question number 6 is find the remaining angle in the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle means that one angle, this straight angle is of equal to 90 degree. It's already mentioned. Right angle means that this angle is of 90 degree. You have to find A and C. C you can easily find, this is 30 degree. It's vertically opposite to the C. So this one is also 30 degree. Means this is 30 degree. This is 90 degree right angle. And Meyer angle A you are going to find very easy. Sum of interior angle of triangle, Meyer angle A plus Meyer angle B plus Meyer angle C is equal to 180 degree. So Meyer angle C is of 30 degree. I told you, vertically opposite angles. Meyer angle A plus Meyer angle B plus Meyer angle C is equal to 180 degree. Sum of the interior angle of a triangle. Now you put the value of Meyer angle B, that is 90 degree. Meyer angle C 30 degree. 90 plus 30, 120. 120 is positive here, shifted at other side. It will be subtracted from 180. So Meyer angle A is of 60 degree. So this is the last question of exercise 10.1. So homework is exercise 9.2, question number 2 and 4. And I already discussed that how to solve. And exercise 10.1, question number 5, second part. And I already explained that how to solve. Meyer angle D, first you find how 150 plus Meyer angle D is equal to 180 degree. Then when you will shift it, you will get the value of D. So take care. Allah Hafiz.